JB, what it is. So Govan got found not guilty. I'm trying to find out where his plea deal. Yo, cause he was able to. It wasn't a plea deal. It was like a proper. He basically signed like a Keefy D type of deal, where he can give and they not be used against him at trial. Yeah, you know he ain't gonna last long. You alright. If any indication of what's been going on with them boys is a testament to his future, then you already know what's really happening. I said authorities arrested Govan in November 2022, almost a year to the date of the murder. 2 months before his arrest, Govan's daughter, a rapper went by the name of Lotto Candesto, died in Houston. Police said she was with a friend at a stoplight when two men got out and began shooting. Govan was charged with first-degree murder, attempted murder. It was revealed through testimony that Govan entered a proffer agreement with investigators following the Dolph murder. That deal allowed Govan to give authorities information without anything he said being used against him. So that's how he was able to do that. So he was able to successfully snitch and beat the case. yo, these loopholes is crazy, man. Yo was able to successfully give information leading to a conviction. Oh wow, he beat the case, and them boys go to jail. That's crazy, y'all. That's wild, y'all. So because he still was charged with it. He still was charged with the murder. You know what I mean? The point of him going to trial was to get found not guilty. You know what I mean? He rolled the dice. I ain't really seen much of the yeah, it is unheard of. It is unheard of, Ken. Let's go to the closing. What happened in the closing statements? Because closing arguments will let you know who gonna win. His lawyer gave a testimony.
There you see Hernandez Govan's reaction, but now let's get some reaction from his attorney, who's speaking right now. Let's go to that live.
Y'all hear this?
I'm always on edge because there's cases I thought I would have won easily, and the jurors just get swayed by the publicity and the media. It's been so one-sided, calling him a mastermind. The press has been going crazy because only the DA talks, and that's the problem with our system, is because they make such a good first impression saying everybody's guilty, and it's hard to get a fair trial. But thank God we got jurors. They took hundreds of pages of notes, and it didn't take them 2 hours to figure out this was all garbage.
And they virtually echoed everything that he said and closed.
Yo, did they ever explain how he even became a suspect? Who watched the whole trial? Because I don't know if y'all noticed this or not, but in the first trial, Justin Johnson, they never even explained how these guys became suspects. Like I told y'all before, social media solved this Dolph murder. That's why they're not speaking on how they became suspects. Social media did it. DJ Academics and Seti Nashes and all them guys that was trying to solve the case. They the ones put these guys on the police radar. Yeah, I can believe it.
Every day I'm learning.
And they were very critical that,
Yeah, but that's not enough for him to become a suspect. Just a car being parked across the street from Govan's crib. Like, that ain't enough. You know what I mean? That's not enough. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they never, everything starts with the car. Everything starts with the car. In the first trial, they talked about how they had Justin Johnson trading the car with another person at the gas station. car, that don't mean they
South Carolina. Starting strong at number 1 is the brand new Big Chill Island house up in
Then they found a prints on the side on the ride. So what you're saying is everything started with the car. They tracked movements down. Like that's a lot to investigate. They tracked the car throughout the city and they found the suspects through the car. I think that's a stretch. I think that's a stretch. They had to know who them guys was first before they started tracking that car down.
Check out next time you're in Myrtle Beach. First on our list is an iconic spot that's been around for years. It's called the Gay Dolphin Gift Code. It is such
Yeah,
a
but I'm talking
giant
about
story.
before that.
It's one of the nation's
This is what I'm saying, like
largest gift
before
shops. Me and the family could literally
before the
get
car
lost
became in
for
question,
hours
how
picking out
these
all
guys
the
become
different stuff that they
suspects.
have. Because let's be
I'm right here in Myrtle Beach.
That's what don't make sense to me.
Things to do, sights to see, and places to eat. Let's get it. And number 10 is right here at Family Kingdom.
Yeah, that's makes sense.
And over 100 rides. And for the kids, it's always a guaranteed good time. And number
Like that I mean, it can be done, but that's a lot of investigative work to track the car and to find out who had the car just by following the car all around the city.
They have 3 different attractions. Of course, the Wax Museum, a mirror maze, and the
Oh, the shooter told his girlfriend. See, but Hernandez Govan told first. In the in the first trial, Cornelius Smith said Hernandez Govan was already telling, so that's why he decided to tell.
Always a great time.
That's okay. So that's all right. So that's what you say. Okay, I can see that happening.
It's a family-friendly
So they tracked the car to the other guys, and the other guys told. Then they built the investigation off of them. Gotcha.
Don't miss out on the
Yeah, that makes
fascinating
sense.
sloth exhibit as well. Next, grab dinner at the Hangout, where the fun never stops. Here you can find live music, dancing, folk
Somebody left
parties,
their
and
phone?
there's even a giant slide inside. The vibes here are unmatched, and your kids are gonna love it. Day 2, you're grabbing breakfast at NHub. The red velvet waffle is a
Yeah,
must,
that
as
makes
well as
sense.
the
I
pineapple
can see how they
mimosa.
did
We
that.
love it here. Next,
But
Welcome to Big Chill.
without that connection between the other guys and them, I'm like, I don't know how they was able to connect it to that murder.
This is a perfect spot for a rainy morning. Our personal favorite exhibit is the Shark Tunnel. Watch out for the 12-foot starfish. Next stop, Broadway at the beach. Shopping and smoothies.
Yeah, then he posted a
Go
video.
to the early bird dinner at Chesapeake House for great deals.
So the dude
dude
Cornelius Smith girlfriend testified on Hernandez Govan. But they all trying to get deals. He told on them, she telling on him. This shit crazy. Yeah, I see. That's crazy they allowed him to do that though. They really fucked themselves over. For real. The state fucked themselves over by allowing him to sign a proffer and not just making him snitch and plead guilty. But I ain't never heard nothing like that before though. I mean, I guess I have when you consider a proffer agreement. But for him to give information then beat the case is crazy.
Critical that anyone could be locked up that long and didn't have the resources to defend themselves. The jurors said that. They echoed that. The guy said, I am offended. I'm offended by this. And he said he was disappointed in Mobile. And that's your elected official. That's my elected official because I live here. And you just go and do something.
You called that testimony with Jesse Browning BS a joke. Why?
Because it was. Half the stuff was just made up within a couple of days of this stuff, and they give us this mystical receipt that's never been in any of the police reports. The jurors didn't buy it for a second. The lead investigator, Dabney, was incredibly honest when he said these are the mistakes that we made, and then you call up somebody that's willing to do or say anything to clean up the case to get a conviction.
Yeah, that's true, Kenneth. So Haney had to do that. That's what I'm saying. This case was kind of like loosely put together, even though it was strong circumstantial. It's a lot of holes. It was a lot of holes in the first trial. I thought.
You saw how they shaded off the phone records. Where are the text messages? Where's any of that from Justin Johnson to our saying we're going to do something. I presented hundreds of text messages where he's threatening people, trying to go shoot people with others. Govan was never in on any of it. And the fact that you're still asking me these questions, I find offensive because it didn't happen. You would never take anything you heard in that courtroom for any decision you would make in your life that has any significance. You would laugh at me if I said believe those guys. So let's just keep it real. This is all garbage, and I'm grateful that he's out, and I'm sorry in the world that he had to do 9 months in prison. And I'm just grateful his fiance called me, and we have the resources to help poor people.
You were very passionate in your closing arguments about, about Govan being just a man from Orange Mound up against the system. Kind of talk about where that passion came from.
When I go to 201 and look at the people that are in there, I know a lot of people do wrong, and I understand that, and I don't want violence in the streets because I live, in towns as well. But it's just so wrong. If I can see it, there's no way a jury couldn't see it, and that's why it took, 2 hours to figure that out. I mean, obviously it would have probably been quicker had they not had to go through the evidence and do their job, but the fact that anybody in the press would say, oh, it was this or it was that, it was clearly flagrant, and I wish we'd be reported as this is what your justice is in Memphis. So if you're black and poor, you got a problem. So this.
What up, y'all? Oh, my brother.
One that I needed was Courtney from Cruise on Patience. I've always been feeling like she was the piece to complete me. Now she engaged to be married, what's the rush on commitment? Know we were going through some shit, ain't a couple that isn't. Remember I talking the parking lot in the race, girl, I felt like we had it all planned out. I guess I fucked up the vision, learning the true consequences of my
That's the same lawyer?
Find out how I'm living, I just hope I forgive it. It seems like you don't want this love anymore. I'm acting out in the open, it's hard for you to ignore. But girl, what qualities was I looking for before? What you settling for? Better for you than a boy, huh?
What's up? So that's the same lawyer that Dirk and I had? The dude back there, guy, man.
Mr. Govan, how do you feel?
Mr. Moore, this is pro bono. I was under contract. Oh, we went
To finally have this stress taken off your shoulders.
Yeah, have my life back.
What is the first thing you plan to do?
Go hug my son.
Mr. Govan, you haven't smiled all this week, but obviously you have a lot to smile about. Just tell me just about what you're feeling in right now.
Like I said, it's kind of hard to explain the feeling of getting your life back, just from 12 people, so I'm just blessed, and I'm just ready to go see my son.
What was going through your head when you were waiting for the verdict to come?
Nervousness, of course, it's natural, but I got a team around me that was very confident.
Yeah, that lawyer must did a hell of a job blaming Big Juck. We got to go back and review this case, y'all.
So without them, it wouldn't be nothing. I just want to thank again, man, Robert, Haley, Beth, Handel, Montreal, Leanne, to everybody that played a part in proving my innocence.
You heard your attorney say if you're black and poor in Memphis, this is what happens. What would be your words of advice?
Leave Memphis.
Do you plan on leaving Memphis, sir?
Of course.
Was there any point throughout the week where you're like, you know what, I'm still nervous, prior to the verdict? Was there any point where it's like, I don't know which way it's going to go?
I've been nervous for 4 years.
How does it feel to be at the end of this 4-year journey that you've been on?
It feels great. I just feel like I've been born again, and I get a chance to restart my life and do some positive things.
Do you think that this verdict will change how the court system is working here in Memphis?
As corrupt this system is, I doubt it.
Mr. Orr, do you think this verdict will change anything with the court system here in Memphis?
I'm not here from Memphis, but if this is a microcosm of what's going on, then we should all be worried, and maybe we should be digging into these things.
I want to hear the closing statement. It had to have been an effective defense. And that's the thing too, yo. Anything a lawyer say trying to get that client off, will not be used against that person. Like that is a false narrative. If Juck was alive and his lawyer took that approach, that's not then going to make the state prosecute Juck when they didn't already have him prosecuted. If he was already under investigation, that's one thing. But that's a lawyer. That's what your lawyer do. Your lawyer's paid to get you off. So if getting you off, throw somebody else under the bus, it's not snitching, man. Like I'm tired of people saying that. Like it's not. That's not telling. That's just your lawyer doing good work. Just the fuck. You feel me? And anything your lawyer say won't be used against the person that they slandering, because more than likely, if it's that much question about him, he already under motherfucking investigation. And they didn't arrest him because they didn't feel like they have enough evidence. You're not going to say something in trial. Your lawyer's not going to say something in trial to fucking spark a light in the prosecution mind and say, all right, now we got enough to make an arrest. That's not how that works, y'all. That's not how that works. Yeah, I don't know how. You know they weirdos, Al.
Shit out.
These niggas weird, man.
Yeah, I just read her text, it say, she blowing up my phone talking about, like, when you going home because yeah, she ready spaghetti. She said she ready, she heard I'm three-legged. Diamond like Captain Berry. When I tell her, yeah, that's my little baby. Just put some medicine out of my baby. Walk in the month like Celine. And little brother still messed up like it's like a
Here go the defense closing out.
We
What's
turn
up,
this.
Ty? Too real what it is. So he's the closing argument.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time this past week. Make sure that your mind doesn't get jaded with regards to anything you see on the press. We talked about first appearances. We also talked about the fragility of the criminal justice system. I hope you can see the line now. I don't know anything about the 16 of you, which 12 are going to be the actual jurors. Mr. Govan doesn't know. I don't know if you have kids, if you're rich, if you're poor, if you live in Orange Mountain, if you live in the largest part of Memphis, you see where I'm from, man. But all I have is trust in you because you said
They might have should have charged him with accessory after the fact. They probably had a stronger case on accessory than they had on conspiracy to commit murder. If you say he did all that stuff after the fact, it seems like that's what their case was. Was that one of the yeah, he ain't leaving Memphis. They ain't gonna leave. He ain't getting away with that shit. Ain't nobody that was played a role in that dog situation got away with it.
yeah, she really spaghetti. Yeah, she really spaghetti.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. They had a better case. They had a better case on assessment.
for years, Mr. Govan.
Mr. Govan, stand up. Come sit at the table and let them see you. It's time you're not marginalized anymore. Sit there.
Well, the fragility of the system is solely based on you.
I don't know in what world the prosecution is living in this case, because unless they were watching something in the multiverse, other witnesses were saying perfect things. Yes, I don't know why we're here. You all should be embarrassed as a community that your district attorney thinks this evidence is sufficient to take a man's life for first-degree murder. You should be embarrassed that this is the person you voted for that brings this type of case. Just embarrassed. Many of you say you have a problem with the criminal justice system because too many people go free or they get burned. What they don't tell you, what the government doesn't tell you, the press doesn't cover, is this is what happens when you don't have an advocate that knows what the hell they're doing, checks all the records, fights for you, and shows you that he didn't do it. That's just another black man that is of no value from Orange Mountain, that's poor, that has never had a voice in his life. I'm fixing that. My team is fixing that. He is indigent, he is poor, and he deserves better than he's gotten in this case.
So he tried to play the fact that he ain't had no money. Ain't no way he could have dropped no $100,000. He was broke, and then he didn't. And Jip didn't need him to facilitate this murder. Is that the angle that he was going with it?
Sergeant Browning was.
Yeah, he knew both them guys. He knew Juck, he knew the shooters, but he ain't had a pull to pull off no shit like that. So I think that's the angle he going.
The biggest liar I'm going to go through with you says we can't kidnap people and bring them in for questioning. What did Angela Arnold tell you? They threatened to have me arrested, being involved in this case if I didn't talk to them. We went to the airport and we figured he was going to assert his rights, so okay. What about the second guy, Mr. Sears? His lawyer said he wasn't in town. When you talk about accessories and all this other stuff that the judge has told you about, how about the people that helped hide them? How about the people that helped give him new clothes? How about the people that gave him medical treatment, assuming they were even shot? Because you know what? I don't even know if he was shot, and I don't even know for a fact if that was the Mercedes used in the murder. Because why? There was no blood in the Mercedes. Had there been any blood to back up what Cornelius was saying, they would have plastered it front and center to you. Their own lieutenant from crime scene that they did not call tells you no one wiped that car with bleach because luminol or the other star thing, whatever it was, would show that. And if somebody said, I poured bleach on a towel and I wiped that car down, it would be mine. I don't know what world we live in. None of you would buy a pack of gum based on the word Cornelius Smith.
Open a Chime checking account in 2 minutes, and we'll spot you up to $200.
Pack of gum based on the word Cornelius Smith. You wouldn't, because he's a lying piece of so-and-so that will do anything. Lie to his pretend grandmother, his family, his girlfriend, anybody. And I'm going to prove it to you if we're going to go through a few more slides. And Detective Browning may even be worse, because that's just pure evil, trying to put people in prison based on shaded evidence. Daphne told you the truth, that we didn't do all this other stuff that we should have done. We didn't get around to it, was his quote. He wasn't happy about it, but he told me the truth. The other guy couldn't answer a yes-no question. It was always dodge, which is what they're taught to do as part of their training when they go and come and testify. In your streets, you should. This poor man will never get his life back because of what's happened. Because they all think he's involved in the young Dolph murder. Everybody loves Dolph. Dolph has been threatened for years. He moved away from Memphis 5 years ago. He had 3 old bullets in his body from other times he's been shot at by people. Being in Charlotte, being in Los Angeles. Everybody knew there was a price on this thing. There is no plan. There is no plan. I tell you why. Because if I made a plan, and I go back to my house across the street with a murder car, are you freaking kidding me? And then they go ahead and call around to see where can we go to get changed. We are across the street from the guy that planned the murder. We don't go to his house to change clothes, but we ride around town until somebody picks up the phone, as you see from records, and we go to 2 Lane while we're bleeding and doing everything else. Have you seen a single photo of Angel Arnold's car, the Mercedes?
Dolph got tore up. It looked like the only person shot him was the one that snitched. Yeah. What's up? No, we driving.
In half a mile, take exit 33 toward Charleston, Buford.
It was good. Yeah. The ride wasn't smooth at all. Heck no, we was going through this. I think it was Stone close by.
Take exit 33.
No, probably for like 3 days. Yeah.
In half a mile, merge onto US 17 North.
Nah. What's up, babe? Hey, man, I'm on live. Where y'all at? How y'all on the phone? Oh, okay.
Continue on US 17 North for 56 miles.
That says we're going to do this. Can we get your permission? We're going to give you $10,000, $38,000, $8,000, or $100,000. They know the truth is the text messages are only about music because he's afraid.
So they don't have no proof of him setting up this murder? No text message, no nothing? Look like they ain't got no evidence.
Justin. I'm sorry, Justin's not a nice guy.
And the statements that he made in a proffer agreement could be used against.
He didn't do it if you don't want to. Absolutely, for God's sake, didn't prove it. Sort of the next slide. Alright, so you see this? It says, absolutely. This is Star Defense Exhibit number 1. This Zebra. So he sees Cornelius. Send me raw number so I can get my phone, right? He needs to get his phone. Next slide. Quez's number. Guess what he told you is the one honest thing he said. His brother's freaking name is Marquez Smith. They called him Quez. His brother is the one that got the phone at best. You know why? Because they had TBI Gardner up here. They asked him to do location data analysis on the phone, right? Guys remember all that? And they did it solely for Cornelius' phone, and they did it for Justin's phone. But yet, they didn't show you any location analysis. All they do is say, it's in that general area, this is where the tower's being. This calls are being made. Where's this call from? Where was his brother Quest?
Who's this Quest?
Yes, you constantly, and here I'm fighting for this man's life. He is your peer. You need to be here protecting him. And this is the crime. So I'll just go over a few things on Cornelius Smith. I think that was pretty obvious from his statement.
Okay.
Go ahead, Robert. I think all this is a sociopath on your hands that's out there on his daughter's birthday. He's intoxicated, he's not intoxicated. Just ask the prosecutor to tell you a straight answer, honest. Do you think the prosecution would take advice from Cornelius Smith on anything? But it's good enough for this poor man's life. My dad used to tell me, you know, somebody's honest.
I told you, I don't trust rats that's under indictment. I don't think they ever tell the truth, to be honest. A snitch that's under indictment is somebody you can't trust. They might say any fucking thing to get that stuff out of situation. If I was on the jury, I'd never take that evidence as credible. I don't give a fuck what they know. They can have intricate details, step-by-step clear analysis. I'm like, I don't believe him. I think this nigga lying. I just need more from y'all. This niggas be lying.
Would you loan the money? Raise your hands if you're going to loan Cornelius money. Because that's the crux of the whole case. And a bunch of BS cell phone records that don't tell you anything. Because they didn't do the location analysis. They can't give you a single text message that says we agree to do anything. And we know it was at least 4 months between the so-called meeting between multiple shootings that Cornelius did and when Justin went out. And if you're not biblical, I'm sorry, but growing up that way, it's just used to be told the truth never changes. You don't need to remember. You don't need to practice. While we're meeting with prosecutors and lawyers now report, I don't want a deal. I'm just here out of the goodness of my heart. I'm going to get a mandatory life sentence. Could it be somebody with a name to shoot? And note, they had to ask her, didn't you forget something? Didn't he tell you something that you might have forgotten or something that he needed? They had to prompt her. This is 30 days after. You don't have to remember the truth. This was the biggest day in somebody's life you would think. I just killed Dolph.
No, it was a bounty on all of them. Remember in the last trial they admitted it was a bounty on every single PRE member. I think Dolph was 100,000, Key Glock was 50.
I go so hard, while I'm so hard, this on myself, kid.
Big Gucci great for 5,000. I'd be mad as shit to 5,000.
This shit I need, shit stay level head.
Exactly, I don't think I'm poor.
So I ain't never scared. Pay for trenches, put my pack on them.
Fuck dog, get 100,000, you put 5 on me. Need 100 too. Shit. My life is good too, nigga. Yeah, but wait till I get stationary, y'all. So make sure I hit that like button, man. Make sure I subscribe to the channel.